Hey Kelly, living in a tent sounds like an adventure, but what happens when wildfires threaten to destroy your home? It's a challenge that us nomads face and is also one of the scariest. Stay tuned until the end to find out how we are staying safe. Before we continue, if you're a fan of the outdoors, seasoned or unseasoned, smash that subscribe button, like and share around. And all that jazz. It helps us to reach more people and it's great for the channel. Let's have a proper look, shall we? As you may or may not already know, wildfires, it's March. They're spreading across the entire country at the moment. You know, you've got North Wales, South Wales, Scotland, you know, the south of England, the north of England, you know, absolutely everywhere that these fires are going. And if you have a look at this map here, you know, you can link in the description as well. You can actually trace those fires across the entire country. So as you'll see from that, there's quite a lot. And we keep getting a lot of you guys worrying about us and the weather and things like that. The weather we can deal with. And, you know, no matter the situation, if it's raining, you're always going to dry out. If it's too hot, you can take off your clothes. But this, it's just not good for us. This is we don't know what to do. This is high risk for our living situation. And yeah, stay around to the end of the video and find out what we're doing. So yeah, last night, as you can see, from over there, where we were actually staying, to over here on this side, yeah, we were a bit concerned as to what to do, weren't we? You know, do we pack up? Do we try and get to lower, safer elevations?
We were watching it from the tent door. It was quite a scary thought to not know whether the mountain that we were on, if there was any burning going on that mountain.
Yeah. Because
depending on where the wind's blowing, you might not know until it's encroaching upon you. But we did get online and we've done some good searching to figure out what exactly was on fire and where.
Yes.
It turned out that the place where we were at, we were quite safe.
Yeah.
We didn't have to worry for that night. But of course, with so many fires occurring across the country right now, which is a bit bizarre considering it's not quite peak summer or anything like that. So
no.
It's a little bit mysterious as it being March.
And they're all starting at the same time?
Yeah, why are they all starting? It's just a bit curious, and it's whatever the reason is, it's regardless really. I mean, our problem is that all of those woodlands that would traditionally be open to us are now under threat.
Yes, every single one of them.
Yeah, so let's just say that we're going to have to come up with a remedy, because we're certainly not going back to bricks and mortar. And we need to fix this situation for our lifestyle in the moment. It's not the first time that we've done this. In 10 years, you do get this come up.
Yep.
But quite interesting that the very place we were sat in our last video.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, just have a look at this. From all that luscious greenery and edibles and all that lot to that. It just, you start to think, and we just met one of you guys up here as well. And, you know, even you said you had your bug out bag ready to leave your house.
Yeah.
That's worrying, especially when we're looking at it with our lifestyle, aren't we? And you guys are getting ready to bug out in case you get, what was it you said? In case you get evacuated from your homes. That's got to be scary for you guys as well as us. You know.
And with the bugging out thing, where would you bug out around here? I mean, because everywhere's on fire.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
You know, unless you're going to sleep in the town behind a shop or something, or in a doorway, you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
But statistically speaking, there is over 30,000 wildfires per year.
In Britain alone? Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow.
Yeah. And Wales does have their fair share of those.
Yeah. I mean, from that map I was looking at, apparently even just in South Wales the other day, there was 120 call-outs, 42 fires that they're actually looking into, another 24 or something like that, that they're investigating further. And you think, okay, so it's just a I mean, the local police officer I spoke to yesterday.
I was going to bring that up. Yeah, you spoke to the police officer,
and
didn't you?
I said, "Is this a controlled burn and stuff like that?" He said, "Well, not to our knowledge." And you think, not to your knowledge? Surely you... I don't know. It just seems a bit strange that no one seems to be in the know. And you know, one of the locals, who we met today, you know, it's not uncommon for kids or kiddos, teenagers, to go around on quad bikes with petrol cans attached to the back of them. The police officer didn't seem to mind that.
Yeah, whether it's related or not. I mean, the thing is, you get a lot of quad bikes and a lot of petrol cans and stuff around here because it's mountainous areas. So
Yeah.
you see that sort of thing a lot, and I guess it's hard to say, well, just because they've got a quad bike and a petrol can, they're responsible.
True.
Because you know, you get a lot of bikes and they need fueling.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Very true. So, what sort of measures would we take if our mountain or our immediate issue became on fire and a problem? Well, last night we were sat there going, right, where's our nearest waterway? That's our first thought. You know, finding the nearest waterway, we knew where that was.
thankfully, it was just a stone's throw from us. So,
Yes,
you know.
yeah, literally. But the reason we were set up there by the water is because obviously, as you can see, all of this was on fire and we didn't know where it was coming from. So another thing that we do incorporate is, I've left some links down in the description. The British Red Cross, for instance, they say to make sure that you've got a scarf or something like that, and make sure that's doused in water to stop that smoke inhalation. You know, so that's another thing that we would do and incorporate.
Yes.
Another thing that we've said, especially for winter, to keep warm, is natural fibres. But also in a wildfire situation, we will don those clothes. We would don clothes that are non-synthetic. So those wools, lamb's wool, sheep's wool, stuff like that. Why? Because it doesn't burn.
Of course, if all we're left with is our synthetic stuff, we would just douse it in water,
Yep.
put it on soaking wet.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you get wet. Your safety is what's more of a concern. It's more important.
Your life or you get cold and wet.
Yeah.
Which one is it?
Yeah, exactly.
But another reason why to stay near a waterway is because you can use that waterway to get out.
Yes. Yeah, you can follow that waterway all the way down.
Get in the water,
Yep.
walk, keep your head down.
And don't worry about any of your kit. You know, you might have thousands and thousands of pounds worth of kit. But, you know, that money can't buy your life. It really can't.
I mean,
And-
you can imagine how devastating it would be for Mod and I to leave our kit and
Yeah.
to let it just burn. But that is more important that our lives and we're safe than
Yes.
replacing that.
Every time.
And if it came to it, I'm sure that somebody will have a shed that we can kip in
Yeah. Yeah.
while we collected our, recollected our gear.
Yeah. Yeah. And that is the thing, isn't it? No life really is worth any amount of money. And you know, you've got to keep safe. We've left a few links in descriptions, Mid and West Fire Safety Service, what you should do if in the event of of wildfires, and also the British Red Cross too, and also the US wildfire tracker map. It says it's for the US, but as you've already seen from the map, that was what I used to locate these wildfires, or at least ones that have been identified and called in. So there is always that concern that you might be that red dot once you've called them up and identified another wildfire. So what are we actually doing? Well, we're moving to an undisclosed area, I think back in England.
We're getting out of Dodge.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, our 400 hike thing is,
It's on hold.
it's going to have to be on hold for the time being until this all settles down.
Yeah, and like we said to you guys, there's no point in us making plans, because something this dangerous or something It's just thrown a spanner in the works, hasn't it?
Yeah, and well, you know, like we said, all the plans we make never come to fruition, really.
No, I mean, like when you ask us, you know, which way are you going? Are you coming through this area? We don't know.
It really, yeah, and it don't matter really, does it? Because look at us now,
Yeah.
having to cancel it. And
The thing is, we were in this predicament as well because we came to meet one of you guys. That fell through, and so we thought, you know what, we'll pitch up in an area that we don't necessarily know, and yeah, kind of put ourselves in dodge.
yes,
So yeah, that's going to be the plan moving forward, isn't it?
yes, yeah.
Get out, keep safe.
Well, we know an area that is highly unlikely to be affected
Yeah.
by this, so that's where we'll be heading to.
Yeah,
But it's not something that we can disclose, unfortunately.
No.
You know, we can't put ourselves at risk. Online safety and all that.
let us know where you live, right?
Yeah.
But no. Well, it's only a short one for today, but just to let you know what we're doing, our go-abouts, walkabouts,
Yes.
all
And
that
how we're
jazz.
staying safe.
Yes.
So no one needs to worry.
Don't worry about us. We're good. We're safe. We're alive.
We're not pigs in blankets just yet.
No. If you would like to become part of some of the fire safety stuff, people are calling out for volunteers. So maybe go over and have a look at them and see if you want to give back or if there's anything that you can do to help.
And let us know if there's a wildfire near you.
Yeah, and what sort of steps are you taking to keep yourself safe and your communities? Anyway, happy hopping.